Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today is the biggest day ever. Today, the world's top whiskey taster, which is me, is about to drop the list. The list of my top 10 whiskeys in the year 2020. Let me be extra clear. These top 10 whiskeys are whiskeys that I personally was able to get my hands on. Bottles that I was able to obtain, whether they were purchased by me or they were gifts given to me. I am not including on this list any samples that I received, even though some samples I received were tremendous and could have possibly or probably have made this list. This list is only based on my opinion, my palate, and bottles that I was able to acquire through any means necessary. Even if I had to kill a guy, which I only had to do 3 times. For Old Tub, this year is strictly American whiskey. And it's because, guess what? America. Friggin' America. Love it. With that being said, number 10. My 10th favorite whiskey in the year 2020 was my 5th favorite bourbon in the year 2020. And it is Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series number 3. It is a blend of Kentucky and Indiana whiskey, 110 proof, extremely complex. You will love it. And if you don't love it, then you aren't very smart. That's just a joke. My number 9 whiskey is my number 4 bourbon in the year 2020. If you haven't watched that video, watch it after you watch this. I'll put the link up here, right there. And if you click on that, you'll see my top bourbons. Spoiler alert, this was number 4. It is Doc Swinson's hand-selected exploratory cask, rare release, limited edition, bottled in small batches, 15-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Is it a mouthful? Yeah. Are there a lot of buzzwords? Oh, friggin' yeah. Is it delicious? Mark my words. This is release number 6. It's a blend of 18 barrels. And it's really good. Like, so good. This particular release is aged a minimum of 15 years and rolls in at 118.2 proof. And I can't believe that a bourbon this good is only number 9 on my top whiskeys of 2020. That brings us to number 8. And number 8 is a rye whiskey. But not any ordinary rye whiskey, no. A Midwinter Night's Dram, Act 8, Scene 2. This is the 2020 release from the High West Distillery. It's Rendezvous Rye, finished in French oak port wine casks, I think. Yeah, friggin' nailed it. The dark fruits and raisins and dates and clove that come off of this son of a bitch are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It is warm and spicy and sweet and dark fruity and amazing. If I were good at Shakespeare, I would make this my Juliet, and I would be Romeo, and I would be the hottest, fattest Romeo of the bunch, and I would shout from a balcony, "Thou art thou smart." And that's the way that the story worked, from what I remember. Number 8. We've made it to number 7. And number 7 on my list is a recently acquired whiskey. I've had this bottle a week, and I've written the distillery 63 handwritten love letters, declaring my love for this pour and telling them that porter needs more. Coming in at number 7 on my list for best Whiskies in the year 2020 belongs to another rye whiskey, and it's from Tennessee this time. Jack Daniel's Special Release Barrel Proof Rye Whiskey. This rye whiskey is what other barrel proof rye whiskeys want to be. In 6th place, this son of a bitch is 147 proof. It's a 14-year-old 147 proof light whiskey from Indiana. It is a single barrel from MGP that was sourced by Cat's Eye Distillery in Bettendorf, Iowa. This is Obtainium Light Whiskey. Once I was introduced to this kind of whiskey, I fell in love. And if you enjoy sweet whiskey, high proof, mouth coating, crazy finish, candy-like whiskey, then you will love this pour. We have made it to the top 5. Number 5 belongs to a finished bourbon whiskey, and it belongs to Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, batch 28, which I need just to taste because it's so damn good. It's 122 proof, batch 28 Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. It is finished in Armagnac, sherry, and cognac casks, and it rings the bell, the dinner bell. And by dinner, I mean delicious. It just rings it, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You could sip this Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend all by itself and have the most wonderful, complex, and interesting whiskey experience of your life. Or you could pair it with the most magnificent, wonderful, extraordinary cigar on the planet, the Alec Bradley Blind Faith. And you could sip this amazing whiskey with a phenomenal cigar. Alec Bradley cigars. Wow. Whoa. Wow. What the heck? Damn, that's what the world. Now we're moving on to number 4, which is funny because the number 4 will make more sense in a minute or a second. Am I a great decision maker? No. Did I have to taste through these over and over and over again, just putting in the hours of such difficult, hard work to determine a correct order? Yes, I did. I did that for you. And I feel like my order is correct, even though it might be incorrect. In 4th place, my number 4 whiskey of the year belongs to Bardstown Bourbon Company and their Discovery Series number 4. This is amazing. It's a blend of 3 different Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys ranging from 10 to 15 years old, with 92% of the whiskey in this bottle being 13 years old and older. Did I win the World's Top Whiskey Taster Award at the Bardstown Bourbon Company? Yes, I did. Do I have any obligation to put any of their whiskeys on this list? No, I do not. After I released my Best Bourbons of 2020 video, which you should definitely watch, I had a comment in the comment section from a gentleman who asked, just wondering how many Bardstown Bourbon Company products were on your 2019 list. Asking for a friend. Tell your friend to go back to my upload on January 5th, 2020. It was a shitty video. Have him scroll to the 5-minute mark and he'll see that Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery 1 was my 3rd favorite bourbon in the year 2019. So suck on that. So freaking good. Discovery Series number 4 from Bardstown Bourbon Company is my number 4 whiskey in the year 2020. We've made it to the top 3. We have made it to the top 3. In 3rd place. In 3rd place was what I thought would be in first place. This is Wild Turkey 17-year bottled and bond. It is crazy good. And I cannot believe I only have this much of it left. Wild Turkey 17-year bottled and bond is outrageous. I can't believe this is third place. This should be first place. It should be. It should be jeez Louise. I guess it's third place. I made up my mind already. And it's third place. We only have 2 left. We have 2 left and we're gonna give a major award away. It came down to this. A bourbon whiskey versus not a bourbon whiskey. The runner-up. Second place, number 2. The runner-up is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch C920, which is a crazy, complex, barrel-proof, friggin' flavor bomb. An incredible pour. I love it. I love it. I love it. Which means we are about to determine a winner. Back in November, Bardstown Bourbon Company gave me a crown and a title and a country with a castle and a moat and a dragon. And they said, Matt Porter, we didn't want to do this, but you are officially the world's top whiskey taster. So I am handing out my first ever Whiskey of the Year award as the world's top whiskey taster. The world's top whiskey taster names Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 4 as the best whiskey of the year 2020. This is a 13-year-old small batch. It's 139.6 proof. This bottle is savory. It's barbecue and sweet. One day this tastes like steak in A1 sauce. The next day it tastes like candy. It's ridiculous. It changes. It's complex. It's amazing. My name is Matt, and this is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on finding stuff you love so much. And then just dissecting the love and finding out if it's a true love or not. And if it's a true love, share that love with everybody else who might love the same love that you love. And if they love it, then they'll love you for loving things that you can tell them that they'll love. And that's just the story of love and whiskey.